Welcome back. We're just starting to unpack the flurry of bills, as we said, that passed the Illinois General Assembly last week in the wee hours of Friday morning. Governor Pritzker's indicated he intends to sign another bill here. That's the energy bill, hailed by environmental and clean energy advocates, who also said it would save consumers some money on those skyrocketing bills they're facing. But Republicans say it could do the opposite. So here to weigh in are Sue Rezin, a Republican state senator from Morris, and Will Guzzardi, a Democratic state representative from Chicago. Thanks, both of you, for being here. Representative Guzzardi, we were all focused on the transit bill, so this one kind of slipped in a little cloak and dagger. Give us the top line here on what this does.
Well, listen, this is another way that we're trying to respond to the chaos that's coming out of Washington. You know, the bill that passed this summer is going to absolutely gut the clean energy infrastructure around this country, and it's going to have a tremendous impact on the state of Illinois. You know, we're set to lose 50,000 good-paying energy and manufacturing jobs in the state next year as a result of this. We can't undo that law, but what we can do is make smart investments in Illinois' energy future, and that's what this bill does. We're going to bring battery storage onto the grid, which is going to lower people's power bills. We're increasing energy efficiency investments, and we're also creating new what's called distributed power generation that's going to increase people's capacity to connect to the grid when they have electric vehicles or battery storage in their home. All these factors combined are going to work to bring down power costs for consumers. We've heard through the summer that people's power bills are spiking, and we're not just going to sit around and do nothing. We're going to take action to make sure that we're lowering people's bills.
In those battery storages to store energy from wind and solar and some of these alternative forms of energy, a very important component of that. Republican Senator Sue Rezin, is it your understanding that this will bring down costs?
Well, we disagree, respectfully disagree with Rep. Guzzardi. Actually, in the 1,100-page energy bill on page 211, it specifically states that we shall increase your energy prices. That means your energy prices are increasing. Nowhere in the 1,100-page bill does it say that your prices will be decreasing. We've seen a 40% increase in the PJM recently. That's because our supply load is decreasing because natural gas and coal are going offline. And because of that, this bill allows that generation to be backfilled with wind, solar, and now battery. Battery's not even a generation. It's a storage vehicle for wind and solar. It's paid for by ratepayers with a new line item on your bill. If there are any cost overruns when they build out the battery storage, ratepayers will pay the freight. There are no caps in this bill. Usually in past energy bills, there is a cap in the bill to protect ratepayers. The cap is lifted in this energy bill, meaning all costs are passed on to ratepayers. There is no cap to protect ratepayers. So this is a bill that was written by special interests. It was rubber stamped by the governor, and it's paid for by ratepayers. And I've heard firsthand, I had coffee talks today throughout my district. I am hearing from people that they are frustrated that their bills are going up 40% in Northern Illinois, 120% increase in Southern Illinois. And this bill also it takes the power away from the General Assembly to decide what our energy portfolio looks like and gives it to 5 unelected officials at the ICC. It's a regulatory body that represent the wind and solar and the environmental council. They will backfill this bill, the supply for the bill,
there's a lot to it.
And solar, which is expensive.
A lot to unpack there. So Rep. Guzzardi, is that true? The caps are lifted and ratepayers will have to backfill these costs.
No, I wouldn't agree with that characterization. I mean, the first thing I'll say is that the clean energy legislation we've passed in recent years has saved consumers a tremendous amount of money. And in fact, just next year, there's going to be an $11 a month credit that consumers are going to receive on their bill, carbon mitigation credit, that is a result specifically of the consumer protections we've put into place that the Republicans in the General Assembly, of course, voted against. Now, as far as the bill impact of the legislation that we just passed, this is going to bring bills down. And the reason that we're seeing these huge spikes in power costs, it's because of all this new demand on the system, these data centers that we're building that are just draining energy from our system. I would say that that is something we have to address in future legislation, how these data centers are going to contribute. But, I think the Republicans' answer here is to try to bring down energy costs by adding more of the most expensive and dirtiest energy in Illinois back to the grid in the form of coal and gas. The
Representative
cheapest way to
Guzzardi,
produce power in the world today is through solar.
All right, I got to
energy.
cut you off there because we're out of time. I'm sorry, Senator Rezin. We're going to talk about this more tomorrow. So thank you for joining us. We're back tomorrow night. Good night, everybody.